All right, let's bring in Abdolrasool Divsallar, who joins us live from Rome. He's a professor at the School of Economic and International Relations at the Catholic University of the Sacred Heart. Abdolrasool, good to have you. You know, when you look at these pictures, they are just stunning. Fires being set in the streets, young women clashing with security forces for trying to read a proclamation about this young woman's death in custody, and young women cutting their hair in protest. How significant do you see this societally and politically?
Well, hello, and thank you for having me. Yes, you're right. These are very sad pictures, actually. I should say that first. And, the death of Mahsa Amini was very much touched the emotions and the feelings of most of Iranians. I think when we look at it from a social point of view, there's always a kind of a threshold of acceptance of state policy, which I think each day we are getting closer to a point that people are saying to themselves that no, we're not going to accept anymore the type
Right.
of state policy that we are seeing. And, this was just one of those incidents that's, a mixture of sanction, economic pressure, the mismanagement inside the government, and a kind of a past history of lies that Islamic Republic has said about similar incidents have all, become a kind of pot that brought Iranians into the conclusion that, a peaceful process might not end up into a sort of change, and that's why I think we are seeing that more and more people are concluding to come to the street and try to show their anger to the authorities.
So, I mean, nobody knows where this goes, but do you foresee something of it being a turning point, or do you picture the usual crackdown?
Well, it's too soon to argue that it might end up into a kind of a meaningful change in policy or state capacity to control the violence. I think Islamic Republic has invested and has relied on suppression policy for years and has invested a lot in that. So it is at the same time that the angers and mistrust and discontent of people are increasing. At the same time, the suppression power of the political system is also increasing. So I hardly may see this as a turning point, but for sure it is an important moment because it has already initiated a number of debates inside the country about the state of compulsory hijab, about possible problems associated with this type of a policy, which, it was somehow increased after the Raisi administration, partly because, he has not really been able to have a major achievement in his administration so far. So, through these harsh policies, internal level, domestic level, he tries to at least satisfy his core supporters, who are usually conservative part of the society. So he just wants to deliver, at least to the core supporters of its administration, something, and showing that he's protecting the revolutionary, let's say, principles, and that's one of the reasons that we are seeing these days more let's say, emphasis on this hijab issue, when at the same time, as I said, the administration has failed mostly to end the nuclear talks, to come up with a sort of economic plan that can help the economy to recover from the sanctions. And these number of failures was very much tried to be remedied by more pressure on normal people. Now, when we're seeing that even that domestic policy is not really responding.
Got it. All right, Abdolrasool, really appreciate your input. Thank you.